Yeah. Hey, what's in? What's up? What's up, Tim?
What's up?
We got the doctor.
Got a coach, a real one.
Yeah.
You should have came on with the doc.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast. And we're your hosts. I'm Tim. We got Big Wayne, Ethan, and Ephraim. So we're here for a special reason. We got the coach that we needed for this team. We just signed Doc Rivers today, or this evening, actually. Doc Rivers signed a 5-year deal with the 76ers. So he's going to be our coach for a while, and we're about to talk about it.
Oh, that's how long it was? 5 years? I didn't know that.
5-year deal. And they said another title may be coming as far as him being a team president. So
Really?
tell me, how y'all feel about this?
Well, they also said that Alvin Gentry, since he was just fired as a Pelicans coach, is looked as coming in as an assistant coach as well.
Nice.
And there's also speculation that Ty Lue, if he doesn't get the Clippers job, might come along for the ride as well.
I wouldn't mind that either.
Yeah, because he was over there. He was over there in L.A., right?
Yeah, he was there with Doc.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I remember I said that, and when I text conversation, I said we might end up getting both of them 2-for-1 special. But
who do y'all think this signing affects the most, Embiid or Ben?
Ooh, good question.
I say Ben, because isn't that who Rondo developed under was Doc Rivers? And remember, Rondo when Rondo was first there, Rondo wasn't thought of as being a part of no big three or no big four or nothing like that. And I think Rondo, I forget who was he drafted by Boston, but whatever, he wasn't looked at all that great. And he developed even though he still couldn't shoot.
That's what I'm about to say.
I know.
He still couldn't shoot, but guess what? He did his job though, right? And he helped.
He did. He would shoot when he needed to. See what he did last night.
Yeah.
he got better with the mid-range, Jay. He started hitting that. So, I mean, that's all we need Ben to try to do is hit the mid-range. I like the signing. I think it's going to help. I don't think nobody can help Ben. I'm on record as saying that, honestly. I don't think he will ever shoot the jump shot consistently anyway. I think it helped Biid because I think he's going to be able to kind of drill a better offensive layout for us. He's going to be able to hammer that down, get everybody in position to do their thing. Players like Thibault, now players going to know what they need to do. They didn't have no direction from Brett. This is on record from everybody. So
I think those role players get better. I think a Shake Milton or Thibault get better if they're still here.
I agree.
I still think we need. I hate to say it like being greedy, but we need one more piece.
Oh, I definitely agree.
Well, there's some speculation. People talking about certain deal. Like I saw a couple things. People was throwing out there about us possibly trying to get CP3 and/or y'all boy Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield wants out of Sacramento. So the main thing is going to be.
Well, Buddy's under contract right now. He just signed.
You got trade for him.
Oh yeah, but that's what I'm saying. In order to do that, we got to find a way to get rid of Horford. Is that Horford contract?
Yeah. You got to do a three-way team trade with somebody who trying to dump a lot of money after 2 years or something and get Horford on their books and get him off.
You know what? Now I think about it, you know who else might work for Doc, might play better with Doc? Who was on Doc's team and was balling before he came here under Larry Brown?
Brett Brown.
Toby in the Clippers. Yeah. Toby with the Clippers was balling.
What if Doc trade Toby again?
Okay, I'm fine with that too. If it's gonna bring me a Buddy Hield or a CP3, I'm good with it.
Hopefully, Doc can be that voice that Ben and Biid need to live up to these expectations that we have for him, man. As far as Biid being in shape, playing 60, 65, 70 games, Ben developing, Biid coming in shape. So hopefully Doc is that voice that these guys need. That's what I want.
I agree.
I mean, he's a player coach too, though. So, but I agree. I think he does have that balance, and plus, that's why it's important to have a coach with that ring because you demand a certain amount of respect.
Yeah.
This fell into the Sixers' lap, though.
You know what's funny though?
It did. You can't deny that.
Getting D'Antoni, oh my God! I think I'd have been a borderline Sixers fan if that would have happened. I'd have been questionable.
Yeah.
I had a discussion with somebody. I was on Facebook, my boy. So he was sitting there saying, they're like, well, what has Doc done? He only won one title. Ha ha. We laughing about how many coaches in the NBA have actually won more than one title? Especially that's a bet.
Spoelstra.
It's only 3 that's current right now that has won more than one.
Spoelstra, Kerr, and the boy from San Antonio, right?
That's it. They only 3.
Pop.
Spoelstra won 2. Kerr won what, 3? And Pop is like 4 or 5, something like that. Pop is 5, I think. But other than that, anybody that's won a chip only won like 1 chip.
And Doc has been to 2 of them, I think, right? 2.
Yeah, I know he beat the Lakers and he lost the Lakers once.
He lost after Perkins went down and got that injury. I keep saying that was huge.
I think they would have won that series too if Perkins didn't get hurt. But
I believe so.
But I mean, I like it. I'm glad Doc here. I think he going to definitely change the culture. He definitely going to add some basketball knowledge that
exactly
sorely lacking.
Yeah, we basketball. Our players are still basketball dumb. That they need. Biid to me is basketball dumb. I don't care what y'all. He's a great player, but as far as basketball knowledge and
but see, that's what we're saying though. You talking about these players being basketball dumb? The only coach Embiid has had, he had the guy, what's his name, Bill Self, for 1 year in college. And then he had Brett and he just started playing ball late. So who's he really had teaching them basketball knowledge? That's what I'm saying. That's why I couldn't stand Brett, because he was basketball dumb to me.
I mean, even the stuff that we talked about, the Legler that he did on his little podcast. I don't know if we talked about it on here.
That's what we need to sign as an assistant coach, but go ahead.
I would take it.
I'd take Legler, but I mean, even the stuff he talked about, the X's and O's, how to properly go over or under a screen based on where you at, and all that kind of stuff like that. Like, this is stuff that just Brett wasn't teaching. So I'm glad we got at least a teacher of the game. Or nothing for nothing. I mean, hopefully the goal obviously is to win the championship, go to the playoffs. But nothing for nothing, we got a person who knows the game now at our coach, and I love it.
And he coaches defense. Not that trash that I don't know what that stuff was Brett had going on.
Now, real quick, what y'all think about Kawhi possibly not signing off on Doc staying with the Clippers? Is that a sucker move by Kawhi, or what? What's up with that? They saying Kawhi, the owner went to Kawhi and Paul before he made the call to fire Doc.
I think the owner. This is what I think about players. Listen, should players have a say in the coach? Yes, but at the end of the day, I think that should only hold this much weight, because we see what happened when Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons had a say in Brett Brown staying last year. So you got to do what's best for the organization. I mean, you do have your superstars that can make all the calls, but at the end of the day, I think you got to sit back and look at this organization and see what's best.
Wait, isn't the Clippers GM Jerry West or something? Isn't that is he?
Jerry West is an advisor to the team. I think they had Lawrence Frank.
This is what I'm saying. If you got somebody like Jerry West, why are you asking Kawhi? I'm getting a little tired. I'm getting a little tired of Kawhi. A little bit tired of Kawhi.
Because players can actually force
trade. He probably ain't say much either. He probably was like,
whatever. You think Doc is a good coach for us?
All you gotta do is laugh.
Yo, they having problems over there in LA, the Clippers, man, as far as they saying nobody likes Paul George over there. So they have a lot of problems over there.
Who was that, George? You said either to the text board when they say when Paul George talked about coming back next year, he was met by some eye rolls and stuff like that. Like,
yeah.
Was in there like, oh, here we go with this nonsense.
But yeah, that's the other thing though. Even with Doc, like, all right, not saying because it's going to be people speculating there. First of all, D'Antoni, matter of fact, I'm glad I ain't got to say his name no more.
Yeah, Wayne, how you gonna address these 3-1 losses that Doc lost? He got 2 of them on his record.
That was that devil's advocate that I was going to talk about, and so we can bring it up.
I do agree. That's a little bit alarming, But like we was just saying, look at all the issues in LA this year. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's more of besides the 3-1 thing. It's more of just his team not getting as far and not living up to like the Clippers was always supposed to be this great squad. Going in, then something always happened where as though they can't go to that next level.
But was it indictment on Doc not having his team ready to play?
Clippers is snake bitten, and Paul George is a playoff, a career playoff chokester.
Yeah, I think the Clippers was just snake bitten it, but he had the other 3-1 loss was when he was with Orlando or
one with Orlando. And I think the other one was with Boston.
I think it was Boston. I think that was when Boston got old.
No, the only two he had was somewhere else, and then there's one this year, right? He only had two.
He has 3 on his belt.
You sure?
I think it was 3. I think it's a total of 3. I think.
I saw somewhere where they posted it was 2 of them, but I don't know.
But I guess another one of my concerns. They said when they ran his defense, they said he had when that Boston defense was really that good. They said they had Tom Thibodeau. He was the architect of his defense at that point. And so they said once he left, the defense was never that strong. And he's not really an offensive juggernaut as far as designing plays. So what are we getting? I know we're getting a coach that could motivate men, but as far as a strategist, I do have a concern with that. I feel that he needs to get somebody who's tight. As far as they said, Tyronn Lue, that's one of his strengths was he was able to design good plays. So did we choose the right person for this particular
what
job?
I think the most important thing we need is somebody that can direct the team. That was our biggest problem. And if you're going up, I don't care what kind of tactician you are, if you're not Brett Brown, you upgrade.
I agree.
That's true.
I think we should have. I would have preferred to get Lou. Be honest with you, now that I'm thinking about it, and just because. No hate. I'm happy we got Doc, but I'm just thinking if I had to take either one, I probably took Lou. For me, and kind of some of the points Wayne made about Lou being in touch, be able to coach personalities like LeBron. You got to be able to coach big personalities. Lou a little younger. He might be a little bit more in tune with the whole Embiid with the social media and just be able to get through to the players more. I think Doc still can because he got the rings and all that, and he got the old head wisdom. They kind of look up to him. But I wouldn't have mind Lou, though. I think Lou could have did a lot of the same that Doc can do and maybe even more from it just being a little bit younger.
See, so 1 year, Kawhi's done with Doc after 1 year.
What you say?
Kawhi said he's done with Doc after 1 year.
Did Kawhi actually say that, or is this speculation?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because unless I see a quote, it's a whole lot of speculation.
You won't see a quote from Kawhi.
Then did he say it?
Because he don't even talk to his family. How you gonna get a quote from him?
Because then how do we know that that's what happened then?
I'll say this though: if Kawhi wanted Doc would have still been there.
Agreed.
But
here's what I was saying, it looked like Woj. I was looking at Woj was talking about it. He just said it was just a matter of they lost a 3-1. It was an owner's call. They lost a 3-1 lead, and the owners just felt it was time to move on.
Listen, if B could convince Elton Brand to keep Brett Brown for 1 more year, there's no way you can't tell me Kawhi couldn't have convinced their owner to keep Doc if he really wanted it.
Doc might have already been on the chopping block for them. I mean, think about it. He's been there for a few years, and they've under.
Yeah, it was like 8 years. That's a long time to be at one organization and then not win anything. But my concern still would be one thing I appreciate about Tyronn Lue is they said that he won a lot. He got to 2 NBA titles. He doesn't have that much of a resume as far as losing as compared to Doc Rivers. Like Tyronn Lue had a lot of success. Now, granted, it was with LeBron James, so that's one caveat. But as far as being a winner, he was very good in the role.
But that's the other thing. Like you said, that's only 2 years. Like like how do we know that? Like can he handle a team in disarray and pull them together? Because no matter what was going on with Brian and Kyrie and everything else, when they was doing all right, they was all right with each other. Now when they started beefing with each other, then the whole thing fell apart or whatever. But has Tyronn Lue ever had to handle a situation where he had to reel the team in and control the team?
I'm sure he did.
Yeah, when LeBron,
no, he didn't, because Brown was the one that did it.
When LeBron left, they was trash.
No, how about when they remember mid-season when they fired their coach, he had to get that team together and they wanted to win a championship.
No, but the team. What I'm saying is the team wasn't in disarray. They didn't like the coach. Brian didn't like the coach. Brian did not like that coach.
Hold on, you mean to tell me Tyronn Lue dealing with Kyrie and LeBron, he ain't had no issues with them strong personalities? You don't think so?
No, because I think Kyrie was fine and dandy with it at first. And then to that last year, that second year, I do think there was a problem.
That's a whole nother video because I'm telling you, that was the fans' fault. Everybody piped Kyrie head up when he hit that shot against Golden State. Everybody, he saved Bron. He the man. Everybody piped Kyrie.
He saved him. He saved him. Give him his credit. He saved him. Without that shot, there's no championship.
But without you, did you forget the block before?
Without no LeBron, there's no finals appearance. So ain't no saving.
Exactly.
He
without Bron, Kyrie still would have been playing on what they call lottery teams.
Exactly.
You ever try to wash a hand without the other hand?
Yeah.
LeBron was getting the finals without Kyrie. So Kyrie ain't the other hand. He like the fingernail.
No, you need both hands to get a good wash, and that's pretty much it when it comes to Kyrie and LeBron.
He did his job. Everybody calm down, and that's my point. Boys like you is what sent Kyrie to Boston, thinking he was the man, and he fell right on his head. He fell on his behind.
Tell me this.
And now hold up. Now he realized he had to go with another superstar in KD, somebody who's better than him.
I was hoping you was gonna say that.
Hold on, Ephraim.
Wait. Let me respond to him.
No, because remember LeBron.
No, let me respond to him. So you saying
that
you said he had to get with another superstar, meaning Steph Curry needed that other superstar for him to win his championships.
He won without him. What you talking about?
KD came to Curry. Curry didn't go to KD.
But you trying to say
KD came to Curry.
Curry won without him.
No.
I'm trying to intervene. Don't do this to yourself, man.
No.
Trying to have all kind of comments going in on you.
But who got the back-to-back MVP finals? Was it Curry or was it KD?
I don't care about that. That don't mean nothing to me.
Nigga, Dallas got MVP finals too over Steph Curry. So what that mean?
That don't mean nothing to me.
So
I mean, suspect.
Either you gonna give him his props now, or you giving it later. Which one you give? You giving him props? You saying, he had to go to another superstar? Well, he wasn't that great of a superstar.
Hey, wait, you put us on the time limit. Now you want to start bringing up these.
All right.
I don't think Kyrie's a superstar.
Kyrie ain't on it. Kyrie's not on Steph's level. That's another thing.
Kyrie's not a superstar.
Kyrie gave Steph the business though, but he's not on Steph's level.
All right, I beg to differ, but that's
he got the better.
In Kyrie's own mind, he's a superstar. But he's not a superstar.
Kyrie Irving is a superstar in this league.
He's a star. He's a star.
I agree. He's a great Batman. He's a great Robin to somebody's Batman.
He could be a Batman, but just put the right people around him.
No, he can't.
He could be a Batman.
Nah,
he could be a Batman.
Batman is a Batman regardless.
Thank you. You don't need nobody to make you a Batman because you put the right people. Nah, that don't even sound
a
right.
Batman. Even if a Batman is on a horrible team, he's still not a lottery team. They still gonna be on the precipice of making the playoffs or in the playoffs.
That's not true.
You're not gonna be a lottery team for 3 straight years like they did with Kyrie.
Kyrie was a young boy at the time. You don't act like he was that. He was like a 5th, 6-year veteran. He was a young boy.
So what?
So AI, think about it. AI, when he was a young boy, he didn't win right away, and he was a superstar, or he wasn't a superstar. Was he?
When AI
was he a superstar?
Who, AI?
Yes.
When he first came in?
Yeah, superstar. He went right to superstar. Kyrie's not a super. Stop comparing. First of all,
Kyrie ain't even play his first year.
You comparing Kyrie to AI is an injustice.
It's not an injustice.
To Kyrie.
It's not an injustice. I'm not. First of all, I do think.
What was Kyrie's stats his first year?
Trash.
All right, we all off topic, big time.
Thank you. You did that.
I did. But, what I will say is that Kyrie is a superstar, and like Allen Iverson, he couldn't win by himself.
Listen, comment down low.
Who was Allen Iverson's Batman then?
Y'all think if Kyrie's a superstar?
Who was Allen Iverson's Batman then?
Iverson never had a Batman. He just had an Alfred and Larry Brown.
Okay, so don't compare Kyrie. You said Iverson needed a what you said?
No, what I was saying is y'all was saying that every Batman could will their team into a playoffs. And I'm saying Iverson couldn't do it by himself.
Who was his Robin then that willed him into the playoffs when he was going to the playoffs every year?
First of all, the first couple of years he didn't even go to the playoffs.
I wasn't going to yell tonight. Answer my question.
Jerry Stackhouse.
Stackhouse was going after the second. No, man. Let's move on. Let's actually sound like we're knowledgeable about.
All right. First of all, they constructed a very good defensive squad for him, and say what y'all want about Derek Coleman. Derek Coleman was a good player, and he was a very good player with Allen Iverson.
I
he wasn't.
I know.
He was a good player, but he was always hurt.
But was he not a good player? Would you
When
consider
he
him
wanted to play, yes.
When he wanted to play.
Was he a Robin? Could he be considered a Robin?
No,
No.
not the way he played. He wasn't consistent
No,
enough.
y'all being disingenuous.
He was like,
What we being? Hold up. What we
I
being?
messed up the word. I'm gonna edit that part out.
No, you leave that right there.
No.
All right, what was we talking about for Tim went down the side street, man?
we talking about
Doc or Tyronn Lue.
Tyronn Lue, whether he was a legitimate candidate over Doc.
I actually wanted Jason Kidd, to be honest with you.
That was my. Remember we said that. I said that.
What did Jason Kidd ever do? Did he ever win anything?
Yeah, but what did Doc win before he won? So, I mean, you got to start somewhere. I like what Jason Kidd.
Playoffs before
I like what he built. I like what he built in Milwaukee. I like to see somebody build something from the ground up. To me, Doc was handed a lot of stuff.
Hold on.
Did he build it up, or did they make trades and stuff after he was gone?
Hold on. Stop. Because y'all funny. Y'all arguing against your own point before. Because Ethan was saying, Wayne said before he wanted Kidd. And
I still would have been. No, don't get it twisted. I still would have been fine with Kidd. I did want Kidd.
But I'm saying, Ethan was saying, he said Milwaukee was better after Kidd left. Did you say that before?
Yeah, but see, with something. Let's for instance. Hold on. Let me clean that up. You have to set a groundwork, just like the bull Mark Jackson set the groundwork in Golden State, but they was better when he left.
I got you.
It's a groundwork being set. Like right now.
But the Sixers already got the groundwork. Now we need that next step.
They need to be taught basketball.
Yes, I think Doc.
I think Doc is the person to do that.
Anybody but Brett Brown could have taught him basketball, but I just, as far as a point, as far as Jason Kidd and Ben, I just think that would have been a nice mix.
No, I think that.
I'm just glad that all that analytics mess, we got basketball lifers that's coming in and teaching them how to play the game. We can throw in some analytics every once in a while. Okay, if you shoot this amount of times, the ball go in. That's fine. I'm cool with that. But don't have the whole organization that's not basketball guys. It's all guys in white suits and ties. I don't want that no more.
Now this is one thing I will say too about I don't want to get a coach just because he's going to be a good coach for one player. I want the coach that's going to help the whole team. I want the coach that's going to be that can coach a big man and coach that.
Look, did you just take a shot at me?
Point guard. But how?
He just took a shot at me, didn't he?
Did I?
What did he say?
He said he don't want a coach that's gonna come in here and be good with one player, and I said I like Jason Kidd and Ben Simmons.
No. I like Jason Kidd too, though. Remember, the first two coaches I was saying when we was first talking about availability, I wanted Jason Kidd, and I still like Stan Van Gundy, but evidently it's something with him that don't nobody like.
I don't think he wanted to coach no more, to be honest with you.
I think Stan Van Gundy does want to coach.
Oh, you said Stan. I thought you meant his brother.
Well, they talking about Jeff going to go coach Houston.
Hey, after 20 years out the league.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought Stan would be a good person for this Sixers team, but maybe the game passed him and his personality won't work right with those players. But
I think the Sixers gonna have to make some moves in order to make this team right.
But I agree.
All right, can I ask y'all this question? If you have to get rid of one of the superstars, which one would you get rid of?
Bobby.
Dad.
I'm getting rid of Ben. Ben, listen, Ben, we seen B without Ben. B without Ben actually in the 4 games we played in the bubble, in the playoffs. He averaged 30-plus points a game.
Has Ben ever turned it up in the playoffs and been dominant in the playoffs?
And that's my point. That's where I was going. B at least showed me he could turn it up in the playoffs. He averaged 23 24 in the regular season, averaged 30 in the 4-game sweep in the playoffs.
So it don't matter.
But listen, this is my.
Hold on. Let me finish my point. Ben had a 1-point game in the playoffs. Don't do that. Don't look at your watch. You playing.
Go ahead.
Let's not cut you off. This wouldn't be long. But my point is, Ben has fallen apart every playoffs. There's no way I'm keeping Ben over B. No way.
Now, what if you build a team around? What if you build a team around Ben? Like right now,
that was my point.
A bunch of shooters.
That was my point.
So let me ask you this: you build a bunch of shooters around him. Who's the ball going to down the stretch?
Ben.
Ben.
What? He can't shoot foul shots. How you
That's
going to Ben?
Listen, if you guard the shooters, he's going straight down the middle and dunking on somebody.
No, he ain't. So is that what he's doing now?
Or he's dunking or laying the ball up.
Or getting fouled and going to the foul line and missing
Wayne,
foul shots.
Right now, who's the ball going to at the end of the game? 15 seconds left. You inbounding at under their basket. Is B bringing the ball all the way up? And
it's not
B
going to
doing all
Ben.
that?
It's not going to Ben. That was the whole reason why Jimmy was here. Jimmy was the one with the ball in the fourth quarter.
I think so. I think you could develop Ben into that man more. You could develop B.
They also they would give the ball. They had the other bulls. They was giving it to Josh Richardson. They was giving all kind of bulls to be the point guard other than Ben.
B is who he is right now. This is my thing about B. He's not going to get better. This is B. B is at the top of his game right now.
I don't agree with that. He just played better than this last year.
I could see Ben getting better. How? By shooting the ball.
How?
Will it happen? Will it happen? I don't know. But by shooting the ball, he can get better.
First of all, let's keep this respected. He hasn't shot the ball in 4 years, right? What makes you think that even if he does, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say he does start shooting. What makes you think it's gonna be any good? It's gonna take him another 2 years to get good at it. He ain't doing it.
He can't even develop a foul shot. Even if he just developed a foul shot.
What are y'all holding on to? Where's this magical hope of Ben? Where's this coming from?
My argument, I don't think the
y'all
way
you're addressing is Tim and Ethan.
Hold on, I don't think the way the league is going, I don't think it's smart to build around a big man like B. He's not AD. He's not Joker. You don't build around a big man that just takes and pounds in the paint.
Joker don't play no defense. Stop getting hype off it. And their offenses is similar to points they put up.
Hold on. First of all, see, you discrediting B. B can actually.
I'm not. I'm just saying the way the league is going, I just don't see them winning like that.
Because there is no other big man like that. So that's why the league is going that way.
But the thing is, and that's true too, but the thing is, B is actually probably the most versatile big man in the league next to Joker. He can shoot the three. He can shoot the mid-range. He can run the floor.
If he can take a ball off the dribble.
10 seconds left to go in the game. I'm putting the ball in Bede hands way before I'm putting the ball in Ben hands. You must be crazy.
Hold on. You have watched Sixers games, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When they put the ball in Bede's hand at the end of the game, how many times that he's been stripped, lost the ball, made a turnover?
At least 90% of the time.
It's because Ben Simmons, man, ain't got sticky man at all, and Ben just standing out there looking stupid.
Exactly. That's the thing I gotta remember. Ben is you talked about this season in our
but I don't want the ball in Bede's hand at the end of the game.
I'm taking his hand over Ben Simmons.
Did you want it in Ben Simmons' hand?
He can do something with it.
Do what?
What? Pass it?
Turn it over?
Yeah, pass it over, man.
No, turn it over. Ben Simmons, this the same dude who was so scared of getting fouled that he threw the ball to J.J. Redick while he was still out of bounds.
Yeah.
I know. Come on, man.
I'm done. Listen.
Fortunately, we ain't got to make that choice yet because I think Doc is going to make it work with the two of them. Like Doc said,
it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work.
He see him as Magic and Kareem.
I told y'all 2 years ago they need to trade one of them.
You told us 3 years ago Ben Simmons was LeBron. So I don't care what you tell us.
Oh, yo, don't put that on here like that. I took that back.
Listen, my hope beyond hope is that Doc gets some shooting. Listen, Ben ain't shooting the ball. Let's come to this realization right here today. What's the day? October the 1st, 2020. Let's all come to the realization Ben ain't shooting the ball. So my hope is Doc gets B. I think B can grow. I don't agree with you. I think B can legit average 33 points a game in this league. That's one thing.
For 40 games.
Yeah, for 5. That's what I'm about to say.
So how many you think Ben gonna be playing now? He got a bad back and bad knee. Especially since he can't shoot now, so he got to go to the basket. So and we know when dudes get bad backs, and then they keep on getting hit on it and pound it. How many times do you think Ben going to be playing all these games?
In these 5 years, has he played more than 60 games?
What'd you say?
Or B.
Has Embiid played more than 60 games in his 5 years?
Yep.
No, he hasn't.
Yes, he has.
It was like 62, 63. Don't act like
it was more than 60. It was more than 60.
Don't act like it was more than like
but
70.
You want to hype up AD. AD was only playing like 62, 64 games a season too.
Listen,
this boy about to be the MVP of the NBA.
AD not in the same.
AD wasn't gonna be no MVP without Bron. Stop it. Stop hyping this dude up.
Do you think AD gonna get the MVP of the finals?
Yeah, he gonna get it.
Probably. So, but so did Iguodala. So what?
Ephraim, something going on with your mic.
Hold up. Y'all can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I hear you, but when somebody yelling and you try to talk, you be like going in and out.
Good.
That's the almighty. My fault.
But my thing is, go ahead.
Beat, listen, first of all, Beat is probably top 3. Beat is under AD, he's under Joker, and then probably Joker.
He's not under Joker.
Okay.
Joker had Jamal Murray dropping 50 points a game, and it took him 7 games to get out of the joint.
Joker is a point center.
Without Jamal Murray, they're not making it out the first round either.
And without Joker, they're not making it either.
Well, they might. Jamal Murray was dropping 50 a game.
I'm gonna tell you.
Wait, we're not comparing. But see, we're not comparing Jamal Murray and Joker. You're talking about Embiid and Joker. Who was Embiid's Joker? Who was Embiid's Jamal Murray?
Tobias Harris. They averaged the same amount of points on the regular season.
Not in the bubble though. So so in the playoffs, who was putting up those points? Go ahead, Ephraim. My fault.
No, listen. I agree with Wayne. Listen, if we going to see this year, I'm glad. That's why I had to unplug it. Was drowning me out. We gonna see this year how good B really is, and I think B is going to take the league by storm with a good coach, and hopefully Doc brings some shooters in here and get some shooters around B. It's a wrap. B to me is the most top. Him and AD are the 2 most talented big men. Joker to me is in third when it comes to talent. Skill wise, the Joker got game. He got game. But talent-wise, with athletic ability, size, handle, B and AD is right there. And I think B could be better because he's bigger and he's taller. So it's a matter of him getting the right coaching. Once he get the right coaching, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, I'm telling y'all.
I think you keep saying B going to have a breakout year. I think there's going to be Ben Simmons coming
out. I would love it.
Stop.
I would love it.
See, maybe this is how I sound.
I wanted to see it. I'm telling you.
He sound like me last year when I was coming in.
This is my only point. Y'all got to understand, in order to really – with this team, the way it's built right now, in order to win, it's going to take Ben Simmons. Y'all act like it's going to be all B.
No, it's not.
It will. You need Ben. And now you see the freshman. When you talk about Carson Wentz, that's how you feel.
I do, yes.
You don't bring up Carson Wentz. You're not allowed to bring him up.
Listen, I see why now y'all get so mad when I defend Wentz tooth and nail. Because if this is what I sound like, I'm irritated with me.
And I'm mad at me now. I'm glad you get it. You get it.
Okay, let me run this by you. Joker's been in the league 1 more year than Embiid. Now, for their careers, their stats, Joel.
I don't want to hear about stats.
No, could you tell me he's a better player?
I don't want to hear about stats.
You need to hear about these stats. Give him the stats, Wayne.
The stats is Joel Embiid, points per game, 23.9. Joker, 17 points. Joker averaging what Ben Simmons averaged a game.
Give him the gas. Give him the gas, Wayne.
Rebounds per game. Joel Embiid, 11.5. Joker, 9.6. Assists per game. Joel only averaged 3.1. Joker, 5.5. Steals, Joker got 1 over B's 0.8. And blocks, Joel has 1.8 to Joker's 0.7. Joel Embiid is a better all-around player. He's a better all-around player.
He's not a better. Wayne, stop coming here and tell me stats. And look with your eyes. Tell me
my eyes.
Hold on. Let me talk. When you see Joker's skill set in the game, you mean tell me he's not better? His skill set is not better than Embiid.
What does Joker do defensively?
I'm not trying. Listen,
that's a game. That's a part of the game. Everything is not.
I'm at the agree. I like Joel Embiid, but I'm at the agree with Ethan as far as all around skill set. Joker, I think mentally he just has a high basketball IQ, and
I agree with that.
I ain't disagreeing with that either.
I think. Go ahead, Tim. Go ahead.
I seen Joel do some boneheaded things like shooting threes just because one went in, and so now he feel like he hot, and then he'll just shoot. I seen him do some bonehead moves.
But Joker do the same thing a little bit too. And on top of that, we talk about coaching. Like B was allowed to do bonehead stuff. The Joker, you think the boy, what's their coach name? You think he gonna let Joker just do goofy stuff the whole game? They had a better coach than that, and he had a better supporting cast. The B to me is not. I don't feel like I'm disrespecting Joker, but
no, me neither. Joker's a great player.
The only thing Joker to me does better than B, and as Tim said it, his basketball IQ, so he makes quicker decisions on when he's going to shoot and when he's going to pass. That's why he got. That's one reason why he got more assists than B. And truth be told, what's his field goal? But his field goal percentage is probably higher than B because he's smarter about his shooting and decision making around the basket. What's his field goal percentage, Wayne?
Yeah,
So
his field goal
Ephraim, does
percentage
that
is
make you
52.
a better
Hold on.
basketball player?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Field goal percentage is 52. Bees is 48.
And that's what I'm saying. That I didn't even know that, but I could just tell how when he played, that was going to be the outcome.
All right, Ephraim, so all that you said, does that make him a better basketball player than Embiid? Embiid is a better athlete.
Guess what?
But as far as a basketball player, Joker's better.
He's not a better defender than Embiid, though. And
Come on with this little nitpicking stuff you trying to do over here.
You don't think having a defensive center that gets shot, you don't think that makes a difference in the game? You tripping.
So, all right, let me ask you this, though.
Both making good points.
If you think B we all know Brett Brown was a legit goofy with the coach job, real goofball. To not to be disrespectful, but he was.
Disrespecting.
Do you think B under a better coach? Who would you take if you knew B was coming in with a better coach? Maybe the same coach that Joker had. You still taking Joker over B? That's what you're saying?
Because B think in B's mind, he think he there.
I know.
We'll see. We'll see if B will learn from this coach and implement some stuff. But B both think they superstars. Already.
Doc Rivers gonna have to he going to pretty much break B lays and teach him how to walk.
He got to break him down and recreate him.
I think B is willing to learn. I just think that he ain't got that stable teaching to him. Now, since you don't like stats, I'm gonna give you both of their best seasons, which was 2019.
Give it to him, Wayne.
Those are stats.
27.5 and Joker averaged 20. B 13.6 rebounds, Joker 10. Since Joker's a nice point guard.
Listen, this what I want you to do, Wayne. Since you like stats,
he's a nice big point guard. That's what he is.
Why don't you give me their playoff stats?
You want the center to be a point guard? You want the center to be a point guard? You want the center to be a point guard?
Well, Joel did tweet. He said, "Welcome to the city of Philadelphia, Coach Doc Rivers. Excited for the future, and we will be building here, Philly forever."
Well, you want the playoffs? Wait, you want the playoff stats? Their playoff stats is actually almost identical. 22 points a game for B, 24 for Joker, 11
see how
rebounds
fast
for
he said
both.
that? Hold on, go back.
He got 2 more points. Yeah, 2 more points per game.
He did say it real fast. Blah, 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 blah.
He's like 22, 24. And he got,
22, 24 is the same.
Run till that.
That's besides the point. See, that's putting in this bubble Joker. Joker just had a breakout year. He had a nice year this year, though. I can't hold. He had a breakout year in the bubble.
He balling. Like I said, I think Joker. B upside is higher. With a good coach, I think he's going to dominate. I really do. Remember, because you know what's funny? Remember how when Shaq and Barkley was coming at B, and they was like, "Yo, we need you to put the 30 together," and he dominated that game. He had like 37 or almost 40 points a game. If he got somebody in his ear consistently with basketball knowledge and some basketball motivating skills, I can see him taking the league by storm next year.
He lazy.
Yes, I mean that's the fact. It might be. Sometimes you need somebody just to give you a little motivating push. But you also, at the same time, real quick, Wayne. At the same time, the fact that he don't know always what to do and how to do it to get the best out of his own game may contribute to some of that laziness. If you was in a film study like Jimmy Butler talked about, and you ain't get no coaching, at what point do you trust when the coach say, "Yeah, go do this now" in the middle of a game that you're going to do it? You might be like, "Man, whatever. I'm gonna do what I think I'm gonna do," and that's going to look lazy. You know what I mean? So I need to see what a better.
Wait, now the lazy point is that's a good point you bring up, right?
Name me another lazy great player.
So is Ben Simmons lazy?
No,
yeah,
not at all.
Yes, he is.
I don't think I think it's a mental block that he has, but he's not lazy.
Embiid was out his first year, and Embiid came back with a better jump shot. He worked on his shooting
and a free throw.
And his free throw and his shooting was better. What has Ben Simmons
worked on his jump shot for practice?
Ben could dunk.
Ben Simmons worked on in his game.
His jump shot.
And his calves. He worked on his calves.
Yeah, he could dunk real good.
No, y'all hating on Ben. Ben worked on his game.
But then you want to give Ben.
There's a mental block with
Ben. Ben's not his great worker.
You listen. No superstars, no great players is lazy, man. I'm sorry. The LeBrons ain't lazy. The Jordans ain't lazy. These dudes ain't lazy. They work ethic is ridiculous. And B has a lazy work ethic. You see, he comes in overweight, out of shape all the time. Come on, stop.
He might have a small heart.
So wait. That's just not lazy. You're saying he's lazy because he's not physically fit. So if somebody's working on their game, so if somebody's working out all the time, but they're not working on their game, that's not lazy.
He coming in. Listen, he coming in because he's
Ben
working
Simmons
out with donuts.
Ben
That's not
Simmons
true.
comes in shape, but his game is not improved. Is he
No.
lazy?
Yeah, no. And Wayne, let me answer the question because you answer this, then you answer your own question. But listen, look at LeBron James. LeBron James, say what you want. He's a great superstar and everything. But in his 17th year, in my opinion, I think his jump shot should be a lot wet than what it is, and it's not. That don't mean he's lazy because he's a dominant
What do you think his jump shot? How much do you know that for his career, LeBron James 3-point shooting percentage is better than Kobe?
I'm talking about
his 3-point shooting percentage.
His jump shot should be a lot wetter than what it is right now in his 17th year.
But that's not. But so LeBron don't work on other stuff in his game.
That don't make him lazy. It don't make him lazy. But we were talking about jump. What we're saying is
you just talking about jump shots. I'm talking about, but that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about as an overall thing. It would it be he's talking about he's lazy because he's not in shape. Okay, but if he's working on other things in his game, so like if you're talking about with Ben, he's lazy because he's not working on his jump shot, but he's working out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. My thing is you can't sit here and say that this person is lazy just because he might be lazier in one area, but this other person is just as lazy.
But Wayne, that's a huge being in shape for a big man like Embiid, and you know the minutes you got to play and how long the season is lazy. That's a huge part of basketball.
For a point guard when you know that you can is lazy.
No, but I mean, I, for one, real quick, I agree with Tim. LeBron mid-range should be a little better, but that's neither here nor there. But I do agree with Wayne, though. I mean, ultimately, I mean, conditioning is one thing. Like, it's dude, honestly, and I mentioned this before, it's dudes who work on their conditioning. I talked about Kimbo. He worked on his conditioning nonstop, but he always got fatigued in the middle of his matches. So it's like, I mean, B showed us a picture. Met him on the beach. Remember when he was working out during the summertime and he had the little 6-pack abs and all that kind of stuff like that? Tim, you the one sent it to the polo. So it's like
AI ain't work out at all. AI was lazy too, I guess, huh?
Yeah, that's why
he was a freak. He was just natural.
No. Call him lazy, Tim. Call him lazy, Tim.
AI was a superstar and
call him lazy. Call him lazy.
But if you'd have worked harder,
AI was lazy. Do you know how great?
We all know that.
You know,
we all know AI could have been a whole
lot. Was he lazy? Was he lazy?
Great. I love AI.
Was he lazy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Some boys don't. I mean, but you talking about a whole new level. When you mentioned, you got to remember, you mentioned Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, Jerry Rice, you know, them type of dudes, Tom Brady. That's another level of superstar. Like B, I don't think B will ever reach a Bron or Jordan type level. You want these dudes to want that type of work ethic, but I mean, how many players like that really come along in a lifetime where you see boys grind on their game and that stay so focused on their game, that's all they do in their body, their game, their diet. I mean, look at most superstars. Most superstars, trying to be told, AI, Barkley, these dudes. I mean, they
that's
good.
Why them niggas ain't never win a ring.
But I mean, but look, even I mean, but look, even
never win a ring.
But even look at with Tim Duncan. With Tim Duncan, like the picture of health or fitness. No. He balled, you know what I mean? But I mean, like a lot of these dudes, you talk about, like I said, you just about another level of superstar. That's rare that somebody's gonna reach that. I don't think Vita ever reached that. I don't think Ben ever reached that.
Now, he's dropping 33 points a game, like you said, he got potential to, and he reaching that.
All right, so we go. In conclusion, we use this again. We like to welcome. We
got to get into that finals, John. The finals.
How many minutes we at? Where we at?
Past the minutes. What you mean? How many minutes?
We got to talk that finals talk.
That's Tim Paul talking that KD stuff.
Hold on. With LeBron, if LeBron win this chip, is he reaching Mike?
Yes.
Can we really start talking GOAT talk?
Yes.
See, my problem is
I put 5.
See, this is where I'm at with it.
You put 5 what, Tim?
5 minutes. Talk it up.
All right. This is where I'm at with it. I stopped comparing Bron and Jordan. My thing is they great in their eras. LeBron great in his era, Jordan great. It's too many variables to try to say who would have did what and who would have did this, that, and the third, in my opinion. The only thing I hate about this whole thing is how people they go above and beyond to discredit LeBron. Like, it's always a reason why he won. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, now it's the Corona. He should have been playing the Clippers. Man, is that LeBron's fault? That's the Clippers' fault. They wasn't good enough. If he'd have played the Clippers, the way the Clippers played against Denver, they'd have got smashed against LA. So it's like, stop all these variables about who he should have played. He should have played Milwaukee. If Milwaukee was here, Milwaukee would be getting spanked just like Miami. If they were supposed to be here, they would have been here. Stop with all these excuses as to why LeBron is great. Like, that's the thing that just irritates me. But I'm done with the LeBron and Jordan comparison. LeBron is the best in his generation. Jordan was the best in his generation. To me, that's interesting.
Well, I do want to play the game, so I'm going to say LeBron. I'm going to take LeBron.
I kind of agree with both of you. I kind of agree with Ephraim because the athlete. I know everybody that was about the old school. They played the way they played. LeBron could survive in that era, but the athlete today is so superior to the athlete back then. And this is what Isaiah Thomas even said it. Yep. Not it. Isaiah Lord Thomas III from the Detroit Pistons said the athlete today is far superior to that than what they were playing.
Yeah.
Jordan is the athlete today, playing with the athlete then. If you understand where I'm going.
I agree with that.
The athletes, the Kevin Durant's, the Russell Westbrooks, the Hardens, these athletes, the Kobe's,
Giannis,
these athletes, these are super freak athletes. You put any of these guys in that era, and I think they would dominate. That's my opinion. And it kills me because every sport gets better except basketball. You know, the athlete, football better, the athlete, and everything is better. But everybody, when they talk about basketball, it's always like this was such a great
my
era.
generation. I mean, that's just.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, what I'll say about it is, to me, if I'm looking at Mike still at GOAT status, in my opinion, slightly, just because of how clutch he was and how dominant he, like, in the scope of things. Like, Brian was that dude. I mean, Mike was that dude. If it was a run being made, Mike was killing it. Like, it's like Mike would take over at any point in time. I don't think Brian has that. But I do think Brian, if I'm drafting a team and I'm picking from all the players in history, my first two picks is going to be Brian and Shaq. Because to me, they were the most dominant players in NBA history. I know people say Wilt, but Wilt was playing against a lot of smaller dudes and everything else.
All right, you did
but
your
Brian
team.
and Shaq.
I think.
Hold on. I got to rebut something Wayne said because
you already win. We only got 2 minutes left. Let me get my shot. You greedy.
Hold on, you go. Because I just don't like when they say about that clutch factor. You know, Paxton and Kerr won a game 6 for Jordan. It's just
they didn't win it. Mike got the ball and they double and triple teamed him, and Mike kicked it out to him.
But did they win a game? Hold on. Did they win a game?
We had the same conversation during the courses of the game with the Chicago Bulls. Whenever they were making a run, whenever the other teams were trying to make a run, Mike took the ball and took over.
All right, let Tim get point. We'll do a whole separate podcast.
I know we could do a whole separate podcast, and just so that you know, when somebody's killing you with 30, 40 points, and then the opposite team calls a timeout, and they say, okay, we're going to double Michael right here, and so this is what the coach is doing. What is Michael going to do? He's going to give it to the open man because everybody going to collapse on him, and that's why those clutch shots are made. But you can't forget about the other 40 points that he already put up in the game.
So who are you taking?
Well, my first two, if I'm picking a squad of any generation, I'm going Shaq number 1. I gotta do that every time. But I'm gonna go with Michael and then LeBron. But with that being said, I still think
I just think Brian does more. Brian can handle the ball, he can pass. Brian has a far wider scope of skill set.
But it takes criticism. It takes a lot of criticism for LeBron to be like, you know what? I guess I should do it this way. Like it takes them, like Kobe and Mike, they always have that killer instinct. Shaq, physical force. LeBron got to hear people talking about like, okay, I guess I'll do it.
Let me ask you. So in that game, right, when Jamal Murray, if the Bulls was playing Denver and Jamal Murray was killing them, who would stick Jamal Murray?
Pimpin.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
I mean, I agree. Brian has a greater game, a better all-around game, in my opinion.
We'll catch y'all on our next video. And again, welcome Coach Rivers to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
We only got one request. I just want to parade on Broad Street. That's all I'm asking.
and give Ben to shoot a jump shot.
Just 2 shots a game. All right. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification button. We'll see you in the next video.